Hey everyone, Patrick here. So I just tried to make a video about this and then I ended up talking about a bunch of random things. So here's the actual video for chest dysphoria and working out. So I just started working out more consistently recently, and it really helps a lot with dysphoria in some ways, but it's actually made my dysphoria worse in other ways. And so I kind of want to discuss that here. I've been doing a lot more. I decided I really wanted to get my chest in shape. I'm hoping to have top surgery, ideally within the next 6 months, but I'm going to say, hopefully within the next year. Hopefully it doesn't take any longer than that. I still have no idea if I'll be able to get insurance to cover it with my main insurance plan or with my old insurance plan. They wouldn't even cover testosterone, so I applied for a different plan, and I still need to figure out what my benefits are for that, and I'm also applying for jobs, so I might end up even with a different insurance still for the next year. But in the end, hopefully I'll have top surgery within the next 6 to 9 months. Meanwhile, I decided that I wanted to work out, get myself back in shape, or at least back to a point that feels better for me. And I've been doing a lot of chest exercises, I've been doing pull-up exercises, I've been doing dumbbell exercises, and I've started doing yoga. And I found this push-up regimen that's supposed to get your chest ripped in 8 weeks. In reality, I just like that it has a different, an array of types of push-ups that I can mix together in a somewhat structured way, instead of me just being yeah, I'm gonna do random push-ups for random amounts of reps and sets and stuff. So, anyways, essentially, I've been building a lot more muscle, and that helps in a lot of ways, because it helps with my body image. It makes me just feel good about myself overall. But at the same time, for me, it kind of makes the things that don't match up right stand out more. So I'm noticing more and more that I can look in the mirror now and not feel uncomfortable with my face. I'm gonna have my mirror here. Yeah, it's kind of I can look at myself talking in the mirror, or looking at my phone screen, and it just doesn't feel, it doesn't feel uncomfortable anymore. I guess looking at myself in the mirror, if I look at myself too long, then I know I just look weird. But essentially, I can look at myself in the mirror and things feel a lot better. I'm getting more facial hair and stuff, which, let's see. Yeah, I don't know if you can see a whole lot right now, but I haven't trimmed it in a few days, and it's kind of just, I'm feeling a lot better about a lot of things. I'm building up my shoulders, everything feels more solid, and yeah, so everything feels more solid. I just feel better in general, and I'm seeing improvements too. But at the same time, it's kind of as most things get more aligned to how I feel they should be, and what I'm working towards, it makes me more aware of the things that I can't change just by working at it. So my shoulders, I can change by exercising. My upper arms, my upper chest, I can change all of that just by exercising and eating well and stuff. But then there's the other part of my chest that's just exercise isn't doing anything. And for me, something that used to help with my chest dysphoria is that I would just kind of think of it as oh, I just have a little bit of extra chub, and that's where I carry it. And that helped me for a while, because then I would just think to myself if I just exercised more, then it would be gone. But I don't exercise more, and that's my choice, so it's kind of still there. And that was kind of obviously that's not exactly accurate, but that's what I used to mentally help myself get through it. But it doesn't work so much when I am exercising more and I'm seeing changes and improvements, but then one part just looks even more out of place than it did before. Because at least previously, when my chest was more flat overall, when my pecs weren't when I wasn't working on my pectoral muscles, then things were just in general more flat. But because I already I don't carry a whole lot, because I don't have a whole lot of extra fat on my body, then for me working out, it's building a lot more muscle than it's burning fat. So exercise is making my chest bigger as opposed to smaller. And that's actually the reason why, I don't know, maybe like probably even a little bit more than like 5 or 6 months ago. Yeah, probably even a little bit more than that, why I had to switch binders, because I needed to go up a size because I was exercising. Actually, I think it was when I was pre-T. But essentially, I was exercising and I was building more muscles in my chest, like up here, and then also in my lats on the sides. And that was enough that I needed to go up a binder size, or at least half a binder size, because it was getting hard for me to breathe, and I was having like little anxiety attacks because of it, which would just make it worse, because then I'm not focusing on calm breathing. So essentially, I had to go up a binder size. I might end up having to do that again, just because breathing has been getting hard for me again, and I need to figure out, it could be like change in season, it could be that it's warmer, so I'm trying to breathe more, but essentially, I'm getting a lot more muscle than I'm losing fat or any other type of tissue, and that's making my chest dysphoria worse. In other areas, things are getting better, like my hips are still making me a little bit dysphoric, but that's kind of something that I've always just tried to kind of ignore, because I just try to keep in mind that, like, I know cis guys who have hips that aren't just like straight down, and that would be ideal for me to like have hips that are just straight down, but that's not the case. And so I try to just keep in mind that it's not just because I'm trans, that is like a normal thing. And for me, like, I also try to think about, like, with my chest, I try to just think, like, I just have gynecomastia, like that. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, gynecomastia, I'm not entirely sure, but I kind of just like try to think of, like, these are things that all guys get. And for me, it helps to think that they're not just trans-specific things. But at the same time, it hasn't been helping my chest dysphoria lately. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say. If you have any comments, if you've dealt with similar things or haven't, or if you have coping mechanisms or just want to talk about experiencing anything like this or anything different, go ahead and put it down below in the comments. I would love to hear more people's stories and connect with more people. And yeah, I hope everyone's having an awesome day. See ya.